Good evening, everyone. Hope y'all doing good. Okay, sweet. All right. Let's just let some people filter in before we start. Today, because Pablo has released a really cool IMM brush pack that is specifically designed for raising funds for the Australian bushfires. I figured it would be great if we just kind of used some of those IMMs today to kind of show you how the pack works and make some creatures based off of like that kind of stuff. So could have been more prepared for this and have the website up and everything. I'll get it all ready for you guys and then we'll talk about it a little bit. All right. Hey Grim, hey Fire, hey Sasha. You're Montreal, okay. Sweet, welcome, same. All right, it's 4 in the morning, then go to sleep, oh my goodness. Hi Sam. Hi 21. Hi guys. All right, so today I think what we're gonna do is, sorry, let me get rid of that and let me switch over to this right here. Ooh, where'd it go? Hello. Wow. Hello. All right, so there's a little pack right here, and this is by a bunch of us artists, and Pablo is the one hosting it and kind of like put it all together, which is really awesome of him. But I wanted to kind of promote this a little bit because it is a way for everybody to kind of donate money and also get something in return. All of the proceeds for this giant IMM pack, it's got over 100 meshes. All of the proceeds are gonna go to this CFA. And essentially, yeah, you this is like, if you want to check it out, I'll put this in chat for you, but we're gonna use the IMMs today just to kind of have some fun with that. But I also, along with a couple of other artists, which are down here. So you got Eamon, Hugo, Michael, Brendan, Anna, and Steven Anderson, as well as Pablo and myself. We all kind of contributed some meshes to make these IMMs usable for everyone in whatever kind of creature sketching situation you want to be in, I guess. It's only available for a very limited time. I apologize, I'm not very much of a saleswoman myself, but if you do want to donate to help the fire relief efforts in Australia, because it is really, really unfortunate and sad what's happening over there to not just the people, but the environment and all of the animals that are dying and the forests that are just being completely wrecked. So if you want to do something good and feel good about getting like 100 meshes to use, this is your chance. You got 15 more days, because at the end of January, all of the proceeds are going to be going to the CFA. So if you're interested in that, check it out. It's on ZBrushGuides.com. Pablo's hosting it, but yes, like I said, a whole bunch of meshes from a bunch of different artists, as well as myself. So we're going to use a couple of those today, and just kind of incorporate it into our mesh. Just for the fun, just for fun, you know, just for fun. So if you have any questions about any of that too, you feel free to ask. But it's pretty straightforward. That's what the pack is. So if you do donate, you feel good about it. $20 to Australia, fighting the fires, and you got 100 IMMs, more than 100 IMMs. All right. Anyways, let's get started. So I've already got some of the packs loaded in here. I'm not gonna use them right away. I think what I'm gonna do starting off is I'm gonna start, actually, yeah, we can just kind of start cycling through some things in here. If you can grab maybe a torso or something like that. So they're all labeled by who did what. So over here we've got a bunch of like Pablo's stuff. We've got some of Michael's torsos. And then some from Eamon, but then because there were so many, he broke them down into a bunch of different brushes as well. So we've got some from Michael here, you got some from Anna, here are some of the ones that I gave, and then Eamon stuff at the end, but it is kind of like he put them kind of organized so you can grab what you want. Very organized, very nice. So we're gonna start with torsos. Let's see. Let's play around with this. Let's grab something from Michael. So this is pretty gross. You can probably do something really nasty with this. And again, it doesn't necessarily need to be a torso either. When you're doing things like this, you don't actually have to treat certain things if it's called a torso or whatever. If you want to just kind of, oh, I have this playing in the background, my bad. If you want to kind of just, you know, use something as parts of like an arm or whatever, you can totally do that as well. So there's no harm in trying to do that kind of stuff and just having fun with it, right? So like, for example, like here, we could literally take a couple of these and we can start making like some kind of a nasty face with it, right? So that's the idea of like kit bashing with these kinds of things. So you can kind of see almost like a head starting to form here. I just figured it would be kind of fun to do a little bit more of like a kit bashy thing than sketching from scratch, since we want to see how much this pack can raise. So here, this is more like a brain kind of thing. We can split this guy off. So I kind of like that this kind of does look like eyeballs, like an eye socket of some kind. So here we can start like kind of creating some kind of like a mouth shape or what have you. Doggo going berserk, yeah, I know. Yeah, he it's like whenever Eric gets home, he starts like going like, I don't understand, it's not fair, like I need to be saying hi immediately, and yeah. Yeah. All right, so with this one, I'm gonna actually rotate everything so that it's more like that. And now we can go and grab some other things. Like we got, let's see, not arms. We can go and check out other torso bits. Grab some from Pablo. Which is pretty cool. Here, hold on. I'm gonna do something a little bit bigger. Grab that. Right here should be gang, split masked. I'm gonna turn that sphere off. And now you can kind of grab everything and start molding it into the shape that we want. And like anything too, when you're doing like kitbashy stuff, I wouldn't recommend just putting it down. You always want to like kind of sculpt on top of it to help push the design, right? Like you don't want to just kind of like shove them all together. But it is nice to kind of just have a starting point to jump off of, especially if you're just doing a bunch of sketching, like really quick sketching. Now all of these IMMs too, they're all decimated. Where's the dog? He's out in the living room. Your favorite pizza is mushroom pizza. Sweet, great. I wonder what provoked that. As a beginner, would you recommend this too, or just continue making everything from scratch from now? I would say that, you know, you can try doing this kind of stuff, but if you know, just for fun. But what I would recommend if you're a beginner is always look at studying anatomy for yourself. I would not go in and start kind of putting other people's stuff together and thinking that you're learning anatomy that way. It is really great though for fun and learning design and things like that, especially if you want to do stuff quickly, but I wouldn't say that you're going to be learning anatomy by doing this, if that makes any sense. My plastic nose. My beak? Alright. Well, I appreciate it, thank you. Does my sound really low? I'm sorry. Is this a little bit better? Here. I can't really like turn this up too much louder, otherwise it's gonna be really bad. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna, so like with everything that you kit bash, like I was saying before, you're gonna want to like, you know, sculpt on top of it. You're never gonna want to just kind of like keep it as is, because then you're literally just going to, like, everything's just gonna look the same. And also if you're kit bashing with other people's things, right, like this is sort of the way that you're gonna want to do it, because you can see that Pablo's stuff is a very different style than Michael's stuff, and that's completely normal and fine. What your job is as an artist, though, if you are kit bashing, is to start incorporating it all together, right? So if you put two of these things down, well, what am I going to do is I'm going to sculpt on top of it to kind of make everything feel cohesive. So right now it doesn't exactly feel cohesive, but that is just sort of the beginning. You want to find some interesting things, interesting shapes, and then you can start to kind of work with that, right? So here, I'm gonna kind of adjust the anatomy just a little. And that's another thing too, is even if you're putting something down that has a specific anatomy in one thing, like let's say you're working on a deer, but like you're working on a creature, but it doesn't need to necessarily be a deer leg, but you would like to start with a deer leg, that's totally feasible as well. But like I said, wait, hold on. Let me get the, So if you want to get this pack too, hold on. Do I still have it up? I think I do. I'm gonna link this occasionally for you guys if you want this pack of IMMs. remember, all proceeds will be going to the CFA for the Australian bushfire relief efforts. So check that out. How would you go around and make a game with this style from animation? I mean, I'm not 100% sure what that is, so I can't really answer that question. I'm sorry. How and where did I start studying animal anatomy? Well, a lot of it comes down to just like Google and Pinterest, to be honest with you. I mean, I started when I was in school, because before that I didn't even know that anatomy was important. I was just like, I draw things, you know, like I was a dum-dum. But going to school, they're like, yeah, you gotta do your anatomy, study your anatomy, blah blah. So there would be actually life drawing with animals. We used to go to like the zoo and things like that. Another thing that I would do is I would look at a lot of like stuff from you know, nature things, nature resources, and that would really help. So I'm gonna kind of grab that. Okay. Alright, and then now we're gonna probably grab another IMM. Now again, all of this, we're just putting down bases right now to kind of just figure out what it is we want to do. So we could grab maybe, this is one of Brendan's arms. Oh yeah. So that's like very fleshed out. Brendan's like super awesome too. Should definitely check him out. Brendan Isaiah Bankston. That's a very nice arm that he gave. I lived! Oh! Oh! Oh man, that's another thing too, but like, just kit bashing in general, I always end up doing stupid stuff like that. Let me split this. I'm gonna grab this guy. So, like, you're gonna have to do work to kind of make everything fit together, right? Make it make sense. However, look at how much faster everything is for creature creation, right? You don't always have to start from scratch. You can always, like, even if you have your own meshes as well, you could always kit bash from stuff that you already have. So I've got that. And kind of want to grab, we're gonna really start editing this stuff too in a bit. All right. Could do hooves. Do we want hooves? Or, could use a foot from Michael. Can you literally do another human foot? I mean, what is this guy right here? Ooh, that's too stubby. Want something? Maybe use one of Hugo's legs. I don't know. could be one of these guys. It's kind of a thick, them thick thighs. My goodness. Could do something like that. And then split that off and grab here. Come in with another, I don't know, something. Could probably check out another torso thing here. See, there we go. So all this is gonna look real nasty. But we're gonna incorporate it all. It's gonna make sense. Man, Michael's stuff is nasty. He gave a lot of bugs and scary, creepy, gross stuff. Haha. Alright, so now we're gonna split that as well. And here. I am using a Cintiq 22 inch, or 21 inch rather. This boy's a thick boy. All right, and now these guys, let's do something with these arms. Are there any tree-like legs? I wouldn't say that. I would say that there's... I haven't seen any tree... Well, maybe there is, actually. Let's take a look in the legs section. Well, yeah, I can... Where's this one? So if I take that out, go into this, I can start cycling through all of the IMMs. So here's all the legs. Oh, sorry. So here's all the IMMs for the legs. All right, there's these guys. Big chunker. More big chunks. Paws. Some kind of a nasty weird. More nasty weird. There's just toes, if you want to just work on just toes. There's just a toe. Got feet. Got leg. Got beak thing, toe. Beak toe. Bone. Got arms from Anna. We've got an arm from me. Got bug legs. Another bug leg. Another Lego. Here's another lizard thing. Another from Brendan. So those are the legs. And then in the arms, we've got, wait, did I load up the arms? Wait, I was doing the arms. Yeah, so in the arms, we've got more of that, which can also be like, you know, technically like legs as well, if you're working on, what are they called? Quadrupeds, right? More of this, more arms. Some good stuff from Brendan. Steven. Got that nasty nest. Hands. Hands. Boom. Some pretty cool claws, honestly. Like, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Probably gonna incorporate that. And more, 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 and more. There's like a whole bunch of like really good stuff to use there. And then in heads, here we go. This one's upside down. That was from one of the sculpts that I did on stream, actually. I just kind of grabbed a bunch of stuff. Here's another one. Here we go. Here, here. Here, here, here. Boom, 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 boom. So there's like a whole bunch of like really good, cool stuff that you can start from in these. And then there's like a whole bunch more stuff too. Yeah, so what all of this is a bunch of artists and myself kind of came together and cut up a bunch of our sculpts and made a giant IMM pack that's only going to be available for January. And all of the proceeds are going to be donated to the CFA in Australia, and that is essentially going to be helping the fire relief effort for all the bushfires that are going on, because it's really devastating what's going on there. We figured, well, like Pablo had the great idea of doing this, and I was just like, well, that's great, because in some way that somehow I can help, even though like I'm just one person, but together we can do something, right? And so we can kind of, if you wanted a giant IMM pack of like 100 plus meshes, this is the best way to do it, because you're gonna feel good about it too, right? But yeah, it's on ZBrushGuides.com. Here, let me grab that for you. And here you go. It's only $20, and all of that is going to charity. Yep, yep. Hope you enjoy. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing that kind of stuff. But if you have any questions about it, feel free to ask. What does split masked points do? So anything that is masked off, right? When you hold control, you go into masking mode. So anything that you paint with a mask, for example, the spear here, this darker gray spear is masked, right? So if you say split mask points, it's going to take all of what is masked and put it into another subtool. Another subtool in your tool. So shoot, let me just, there we go. So all of this is basically like split into different subtools. Anyway, so we're gonna, I'm not sure if I want to have these legs, to be honest. I don't think I'm gonna do hooves, and I'm not sure I really want to do that either. What I will do, I think, is try a couple maybe of the arms that were in here. I think there was some kind of an interesting thing here. Oh, hello. Woo. Imagine it was like standing on arms. Maybe not. Maybe we want to... I think we're gonna go with the people feet, and then we're gonna build off of that, the humans. Oh, these are just like the knees down. Neat. Okay. Okay, I see. I see. we're gonna work off of that, I think, instead. And this guy, I'm gonna grab, I think we're gonna do another torso. We've got some stuff over here. I think we can. I can just kind of grab that. Here, let me try. This guy, I'm gonna grab and I'm gonna put kind of like this, I think. Go. And then grab this. Grab that. Push this forward. Grab this guy. Push it forward. And then I think there was like another IMM for the arm that Brendan gave that's like, yeah. Wait, is it this one? Is that the same one? Might be the same one. Yeah, and see, so I'm gonna grab the big chunkers that he also gave. Right here. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty creepy, and I think that's like the really cool thing about having like an IMM pack like this is there's already so much work done on these individual pieces that the style will come through from the other artists, but incorporated into your own thing. That usually happens when you're doing kit bashing stuff. So this is gonna have a little bit of, it's like sort of like collabing with all of these artists at the same time, right? I almost choked on my coffee from Ben 10. Man, I had completely forgot about that. That's so funny. I forgot about that show. That show was good though. I'm gonna like, I was super into that show when I was younger. This guy doesn't want to have 2 deltoids. Wants to have 1. Well, 2 overlapping deltoids, I mean. I don't want that. So, of course, like when, just as like a disclaimer, when you're doing kit bashing stuff like this as well, it obviously helps if you know your anatomy. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very clear that you're just kind of like shoving in things without any real thought to how they connect. So when you are putting stuff together, always keep in mind how muscles work and how you could make them fit better in your creature. So this guy, because of how all of this is working, because you know you've got 4, technically like 4 arms, what I'm essentially doing is adding a whole other system on top, whole other arm system that is going to be incorporated into the back. But this one right here has to be pushed in. So we're gonna grab this from the deltoid and we're gonna have a little bit of a stretch effect. And then here and in. So we're gonna grab his things here, make this kind of shoot out a bit, like their shoulder bladey. Because it does look like he's kind of like pushing that stuff together. And then here we're gonna want to pull that up, because it wouldn't make any sense otherwise for that to be concave. I want it to be more like this. And that is attached to this entire head shape. And then this muscle right here would kind of come up and over and also get incorporated a little bit into the other system. But because you got the 4 arms, you have to consider the whole other arm system for that as well. Like, you can't just kind of have, like, just slap another, you know, arm at the back and then kind of say, okay, it's done. You know what I mean? Like, you have to understand, like, where it's going to be inserting and overall just how that's going to work. Same with that. We're gonna have some overlaps there because I think that will help with the way that this is being sold. It's like pulling and pushing. So you can already see how, like, these things are being used as bases, right? Oh yeah, for sure. We're just working on insertions right now. And this is also going to change, like, a lot. So this guy, I'm gonna grab these things and split them off. And then on Brendan's stuff here, we could probably go and grab, where's the, we've got a whole bunch of IMMs in here that are just kind of like random things. So I gave like some like horns and things like that. This sort of thing. Kind of pull it back. Split that off. All right, and then this guy. So it's kind of cool because the thing here that Michael gave, like these legs are like really like famished legs. But what you can do there is just play with the bone structure, because you can really see how that's going. So you can actually kind of wobble it out a little bit and give him those, I guess they're called like cowboy, like the cowboy legs. And then here. So you can already see how fast I kind of like am pumping this thing out. and we're working on the overall like silhouette and design of it at the same time, right? But we're already getting so much detail because of like this IMM method of working, and we've literally only been doing some stuff for like half an hour. Most of that's been talking, so kind of fun if you ever want to get into this kind of a workflow as well. Yeah, took your torso for sure. To the gun show, hell yeah. Why do I hear boss music? Yeah, he's not quite there yet. We're gonna really like, we're gonna do some more with his back and his whole torso area right here. Like this needs to be better incorporated. Like that's like his whole rib cage. He's not gonna have 2 rib cages. I feel like he should only have the one, but the skin should be like kind of incorporated on both tools that I was using. So when you're working with different like if you're doing something where it's just like you have 2 systems, like 2 arm systems, for example, I like to keep those in different subtools, because you never really know when you want to change your mind about how the anatomy kind of like works, or what's going to overlap and help make it make more sense. And I just find that this is a lot easier to kind of deal with, because you can kind of think of it as like, well, like as separate pieces, right? So you have like your first system in one section, but then you're like, okay, well, the muscles here then can insert into that second system because I have them separate. You don't have to like rack your brain so much as to why doesn't this look right? Because working on something that has like, you know, 4 arms or even more can be very, very, very difficult just to get working correctly and making sense anatomically. So this guy, we're gonna do one of these. All right, I'm just gonna kind of twist it back a little bit. I'm also going to kind of adjust the proportions of the arms as well, just for the sake of this design. I mean, Brendan's proportions were amazing for the IMM, but because we are working on our own design, I'm going to start changing that a little bit. Same with these big boy arms back here. And now these guys are gonna start getting incorporated to each other, but I'm working on also like proportion first. So it's a lot of back and forth as well when you're doing this kind of a thing. I'm gonna go here. Oh yes. So I like the idea of it kind of like resting on the other arms. And then right here. Like I really like that like kind of overlap that's gonna happen. This guy. packs make people lazy? If they are used as sort of a crutch, then, and you're not doing your studies, then yes, they could. However, I do feel like brush packs can make you incredibly efficient as well. I wouldn't necessarily say, you know, something will make somebody lazy. It just comes down to, if you already, like, if you're a professional, for example, or, you know, you already know so much about anatomy, like you've sculpted so many hands, what exactly would be the point in making a hand from scratch for every single project? There isn't really one, right? It would make more sense if you've already kind of done that, you understand the anatomy, okay, now you have something to quickly put in and speed up your workflow. It wouldn't make sense to constantly reinvent the wheel, right? You already understand how it works. He just uses the big one to lift the tiny ones. I love that. That's hilarious. That would be really funny, huh? All right, I'm gonna do this because I did not. And this guy, we're gonna make this neck a lot thicker. We need a thicker, this needs a thicker neck. Thick boy neck. And we can do the same thing over here. So now I'm just gonna kind of do some like sculpting, because everything's kind of there as a base. So now we're just gonna kind of create something here. You usually sing people a terrible song. I don't know what that means. I mean, thank you for not singing me a terrible song, I guess. Okay, so proportionally, I think these legs, actually what we can do here, I'm gonna grab, this. I'm gonna make the neck a little longer. this guy. Pull that out. Grab this, probably make the head a little wider on the back. And then the jaw. And these guys. Oops. How do you modify different subtools at the same time? Well, when you go into your gizmo mode, there's a little thing right here called transpose all selected subtools. So when you click that, you can then hold Control and Shift to select which subtools you want to start moving, right? You can see that, and then you can deselect them as well. So Control and Shift while you're in this mode, transpose all. And that should be good for you. Wow, he's snoring. Can you guys hear Monty snoring? Okay, we're gonna grab that. We're definitely gonna work on this head area a lot more. I feel like it is not looking how I'd like it to, but we'll get there. It's just gonna be a lot of like back and forth, I think. As is normal with kit bashing stuff. Alright, and this is not supporting. Here we go. Okay, I'll get back to the head in a second. Only an hour late, don't worry. We're just doing like kit bashy stuff today anyways. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I gotta make the head a lot tinier, I think. it's gotta like come back up, like, Thank you, Raven. I appreciate that. Ugh. What's up since last time? Hey, Sneak. Oh, we're just doing, you know, Kit Bashy stuff from the pack that Pablo released that a bunch of us contributed to. So, if you're looking for some creature IMMs, check that out on ZBrush Guides. That's what I'm using right now. This is starting to work just a little bit better. Ah, yeah. There we go. Go. Okay, and I'm gonna take the arms, kind of do a little bit of a stretch out. Fix that. Hey Javid, the volume is low? Shouldn't be. Mine says that it's totally fine. Maybe it's on your end. I don't know. If multiple people are having volume issues, let me know. All right. See, do we have any? Probably grab some. I think there was like specific, just like claws, or not just claws, but what we can do is grab like one of these guys right here. I'm actually gonna use this, like Pablo's like hand, the feet area. I think that could be really cool. What I'm gonna do, flip masked, I'm going to grab just this. Right, like that. Then split hidden. Then this guy, I'm gonna delete. Now we just have these. And we can kind of just create some weird toes, essentially. Gonna quickly delete all of that other stuff. Should have done that before. That's okay. And this guy, delete hidden. There we go. So here, turn this guy. I'm just gonna, there we go. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Oh God. Hey Pression, thank you. This thing can just step on someone and kill them, I know. Hey Alice, what's up? Will this be the year I go back and finish old projects? Hell no. I'm putting that kind of pressure on myself, you crazy? What's my favorite creature monster artist? Oh God, I don't have one. I love so many people. I don't have one. Everybody who worked on this IMM pack though, which you can get, it's $20 and all proceeds go to the CFA. Which is what I'm demonstrating right now. I'm using the pack. I'm using the IMM pack of over 100 meshes that myself and many other artists contributed to. think I'm gonna use this. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna do that. Do it like this. No, I know, it's really bad over there. It's so bad. I'm happy that I can kind of like help in some way, you know? I don't know, it's just... It just sucks. Everything sucks. I want everything to be happy. I want everything to be good. I'm gonna probably dynamesh these guys together afterwards. Okay, where are these toes? I'm just gonna kind of shove them down into one thing. Merge, 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 and then mirror, and then there we go. Then we can kind of start. There we go. Bing, bing. Oh, if you want to see the artists that I follow, like I follow so many. You can just check out my art station, honestly. Just look at the follow. Everybody in my followers list is the people that I respect, so here. Here's my following. Here's all the people that I follow. You won't know. Shouldn't the finger match the nostril size for picking? I mean, yeah, human-wise, you can always think that. Not for a creature. They must suffer. Eternal suffering. They will never be able to pick their nose. Actually, I'm gonna grab that and pull it out. No. Yeah, I can grab that and pull it upwards. There you go. All right, now we're gonna start incorporating this a lot better, I feel. These horns here, might want to do something else. Oh yeah, you know what? Good point. I have not saved. Should probably do that. Even though this is just like a little bit of a kit bash thing anyways. Let's do that. There we go. All right. So let's see, what else do we have in this magical library of ours that we have to our disposal now? Got some weird stuff. We've got a shell thing. Yeah, that's right. I did that. What we can do is start incorporating more armor bits, like I had, like Brendan already has on his creature. Get some of the shells and things like that, so we can split that off. Mirror copy. Oh, what? Yeah, no, dude, I know, man. Like, it's, like, I'm so sorry that's happening down there. Like, I'm really, really sorry that, I don't know, man. I'm really happy that Pablo came up with this idea, though, and I'm very happy to help in any way that I can, so if you also want to help fire relief efforts in Australia, feel free. I'll just keep mentioning it over and over again. The pack is $20 and all proceeds are going to the CFA, and it is available here. I'll get the link one more time. Copy and Pasterinos. It's on Pablo's website, ZBrush Guides, and you can do all the kind of stuff that I've been doing during this stream. You can kind of, yeah, you can get that. It's over 100 different meshes. So if you wanted some fun insert meshes to work with for creature sculpting, and you wanted to do something good for the planet, essentially. Check that pack out. I'm not a saleswoman, but hopefully you get the idea. Can you use it in ZBrush Core? I'm actually not 100% sure. I don't know. I'm not sure. You could always shoot Pablo an email and ask him. It's a good question, but I'm not 100% sure. Actually, it would probably work better here, huh? I'm gonna delete that. Oops, wait, actually. Close call. Get rid of this. I'm not sure about these though. Kind of not really a fan of that being there, because I feel like it ruins the kind of ruins the silhouette that we have going. Maybe I can do something else here. Let's see what else we've got in our bag of tricks. Got ears, claws, more claws, lots of claws. Oh yeah, that's right, I have like a little tentacle thing. This is one of the things that little tendrils with a hook at the end. I'm not exactly sure that that would be a thing to use. You know what? These horns? I'm not 100% sure that I'm a fan of them. Let's try and play with them. What is up with you, eyeballs? Why did you come out of your socket? Get back in there. Get back in there. Hieroglyph IMMs? This is pretty cool. You can use hieroglyphs a lot, I'm assuming. Let's see, what else do we have? Got more beaks. Oh yeah, true. I could have just like done that. Could we? We could. Could be interesting. And then this guy, in a way, could do this. Oh, gotcha, Grim. Okay. That's cool. Hello, welcome. Hey. You're gonna buy the pack next week? Sick. Join us. No, you can't. No. Okay, I don't know anything about ZBrush Core, unfortunately, because I don't really like. It's not something I use. But yeah, if you're saying that you can't, then that kind of sucks. But if you're using the full version of ZBrush, you can still use this kind of thing, or this thing rather, not kind of thing. I can't really talk tonight. I'm pretty like low energy. I apologize. A little bit of a low energy. I'll probably get my energy back after I go on break for a little bit. now we're starting to feel a little bit more interesting. Ugh. Hey, Luciano, how are you? How are you doing? Hey, how's it going? This. There we go. There we go. Now remember, just because you're kit bashing doesn't mean you can have a whole lot of fun with how crazy the designs get, right? It's just the matter of, you know, you have like this stuff that's giving you a base to start on, and then you can go wild with it. Essentially, that's ideally what you want to use kit bashing for, is giving you a base so it speeds it up, but you're still playing with overall like what the design is going to be. We're not going like full like, oh, this is exactly like the same thing right out of the bat. So we're gonna want to make this whole bottom bit bigger because it is not proportional. Boom and boom. I forgot to bring that one out. We're gonna grab from here. We're gonna do a bit more of a chunky thing. So this is what I was saying earlier. You never know when you want to change how the anatomy is going to kind of like act between things, and I feel like we just need to change that. So it's nice to have it as a separate subtool. Hey Leong, how are you? Brushers. Yeah, it's very good for making quick concepts. I'm just taking it a little further. I mean, yeah, you could always just like shove things together a lot faster than this as well, but you can also kind of take it further. It just depends on what it is that you want to do. essentially it is there to make things faster though. Just giving yourself a base makes everything a lot faster. All right, not liking how that one is looking. Here, how about we do this like that, and oops, hello, there we go. Ugh, I keep forgetting I have the wrong masking thing selected. That's what all of that random shaking is with the brush. This is me being like, oh, this is mask? No, it's mask lasso. Tisk tisk to me. And chunk that out. And then we can kind of chunk this guy out too. Same thing. These guys, I'm gonna pull that down just a wee tad. We can have a better insert here. There we go. Hey Seagull. What is concept sculpting? Isn't it too much job for a concept? Oh no, not at all. I'd say for creature stuff and things, like, it's actually very quick. So what I do is I'm a concept sculptor, so it's a lot of like R&D work that's used for in my experience, I do it for film. A lot of stuff for animation. And it's just easier for some directors to kind of get a feel of what it is that they're going to see as the end product. So concept sculpting essentially is just kind of, well, making concepts but with sculpts. Like, you're not really going off of anybody else's work. You're going off of like a prompt usually that a director gives you. Yeah. Hey, Goofy. right, so this guy, we're going to, let's look in the bag of tricks. Let's look at the bag of tricks. Let's look at the heads. Maybe we can like incorporate something from a head here. There's some like really weird stuff. Like even this, it's like, doesn't necessarily need to be a head from Michael. Could do something whack with that. Oh, I gotta fix the back. I didn't even realize. There we go. What are you doing? He's not good at running. Yeah, we're gonna work on it, don't worry. We're gonna get there. And in Kit Bash fashion, I'm gonna, hold on, I'm gonna find, hold on. Is that 102? Let's try it. Might have been. Yeah. Let's grab your sword, Mr. Magoo. Oh. Do that. And we can do another one. Whatever. Oh my god. God, this is wrong. Shove that. It's getting there, it's getting there, it's getting there. Well, let's go back down. There we go. How well paid this kind of job is? What do you mean, like as like if you want to be a concept sculptor? If you're a concept sculptor, you're likely going to be contract based, so it's as well paid as you kind of want it to be, or not necessarily as you want it to be, but if you're good, then you're going to get a lot of work. If you're not good, then you're not going to get a lot of work. So that's how well paid it is. It's a very like niche kind of, like there's not a ton of concept sculptors in this world, and there's not a ton of availability of jobs for concept sculptors, so I wouldn't say that it's, you know, as it's not as easy to get a job as a concept sculptor as it is, let's say, like being an animator, because there's more animation positions rather than concept sculpting. Not to say being an animator is easier, but you know what I mean, right? So I wouldn't necessarily say that you should get into this kind of job for the money, like at all. You really shouldn't. This is not the kind of thing that you want to do for tons of cash. Yes, bipedal. You get a hug from this guy? Yeah. How are you, Renault? Touches very elaborate pecs. He needs multiple pecs because he's got so much armage. Also, these are IMMs, so just gonna let anybody new come in here. Anybody new coming in here, these are IMMs that is from a just massive pack that myself and a host of other artists kind of came together and put together on Pablo's website. I'll give you the link real quick. So this entire IMM pack is, like, all of the proceeds for it is going to go to the CFA to help the fire relief efforts in Australia. So if you wanted to donate to help that kind of thing, because there's already been like 1 billion animals like that have been killed from the fires, and like a lot of destruction of just like nature in general, and you know, not to mention all of the people who have lost their homes, and it's just like, it's not, the smoke is still in the air. It's really bad. So if you wanted to kind of help with that, all the proceeds from this pack are going to that. So it's $20 and you get over 100 meshes from myself and a whole bunch of other artists. So you can check that out in the link that I posted there. I'll post it one more time just in case. But it's only available for a limited time because obviously we want to send, Pablo wants to send all of the money by the end of January, you know, because they need the money to help, right? Come on, T. You can go in your place. Good boy. Good. Have I already decided what's gonna be on the next stream? Yeah, no, yeah, sorry. Wow, I completely spaced about that. Next stream is going to be episode 100. I'm sorry, I'm like super low energy today, so I'm like real quiet. Yeah, next stream is going to be episode 100, and I'm going to take the first sculpt that I ever did on the Pixelogic channel, and I'm gonna redo it. It's gonna be a longer stream, but it's essentially just like redoing something that I started on this. I don't know. I thought it was fitting. It's a dragon, so that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a dragon. How big is the IMM brush pack? It's pretty chunky. It's pretty chunky. Let's see. How big? Oh, it's not that bad. No, it's not that bad because everything's decimated. So 18.5 megs, 8.44 megs, 13 megs, 13 megs, 16 megs. Like, it's not like gigabytes big or anything. It's like 100 megs ish. Yeah, episode 100. It's gonna be freaking crazy. Well, crazy for me anyways. Like, I can't believe that I've been doing this for 100 episodes. All right. Hey Panda! Lopar, how you doing? You should cosplay as this sculpt. No. What? It's already a self-portrait. What are you talking about? I've got arms. Alright, see you, Seagull. Thank you, Lopar. I love it. I am happy. I am happy with it. Let's go into our bag of tricks again. Let's look at more. Okay, what's this? What's this one? Ooh, it's a tentacle. Sick. That's not what I'm gonna use. More torsos. What's this one? Ooh, what the heck? What is this? Whatever that is pretty cool. We'll probably use that. Do something wacky here. He's a custom player character now. Oh god. Backwards knees. Oh no. No, don't kick his knees in. I don't want to give him backwards knees. No. That's sad. Alright, what do I have here? What do we got? What's this? Ah. Oh, I know, it was so itchy. My plastic nose, though. Hey, Wara. Does my Cintiq react to hover on pen at certain height? It really annoys me in screenless models. Hover pen at certain height? Yeah, that I am hover penning. You can kind of see, like, it's not, like, my cursor is going around and I'm not, like, it's just hovering. Is that what you meant? Oh my goodness, my nose, I'm sorry. Hey, Flaming. Hey, Alreza, how are you? Needs more swords. Maybe. I actually kind of want to just give him axes instead. I feel like axes would be better. I feel like an axe would be way better for him. Can give him a loincloth too. Yeah. Probably a loincloth. Where's that cube? We crashed. You know why? It's because it knows that I need to take a break. Hold on, let me get this like up again. and then oh my goodness. There we go. All right, I'm gonna save real quick. Oh, weird. Hello? There we go. We'll do a tiny one. He doesn't need a big one. And then give him one of these. Cloth, easy mode. Hey Real, how you doing? Put another one of these guys at the back here. Man, I just realized I was gonna take a break and then I just didn't. Oh no. I'm so low energy. Oh no. I should probably take a break. What's wrong with me? Do I play video games? Absolutely. I don't think I would be able to live life if I didn't have any games to play. I'm not a pro gamer, but I do play games. Played games my whole life. Escapism. Right now I'm playing The Witcher. Slowly, very slowly. I'm getting through it so slowly, but I like it a lot. I haven't played The Witcher when it came out, but jumped on that bandwagon after watching the Netflix series. Ah! There we go. which books have I referred to learn anatomy? A lot of what I've done, well, like specific anatomy, I'm gonna be honest, like a lot of that I learned from looking up specific things on Pinterest and Google and things like that. However, like, you know, like looking at like insert meshes, I mean, we've also got big boy right here. I've got what's it called, the books like Force. It's not really an anatomy book, it's more of a gestural book, but is very, like, I recommend that to anyone just learning how to do gesture drawing, or you can even use the same kind of like ideology when you're doing sculpting. It's just like the Force, what's it called, Force. Yeah, just it's the Force drawing, Michael D. Matesi, Force Dynamic Life Drawing. It's really, really good. Yeah, I'm playing Witcher 3 really slowly, so I guess. What program is this? This is ZBrush. Real life is too boring. I feel like it's very interesting, but maybe a little bit too interesting sometimes. You gonna finalize this too? I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not like in love with this right now, to be honest with you, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think I just need to play with the proportions a lot more. Like, yeah, he needed like some much longer legs. Hello? Balance him better. And then Okay, I think this is good for right now. I think I'm gonna take a break. What I said I was gonna do. I'm gonna take a break, and then I'll be back for another hour and a half of sculpting. But here, I'll shove this guy on the screen as he is right now. Oh. There we go. Do that. And here we go. Perfecto. That's where we are right now, and I will drop this. So if you want the IMM pack that I am using to make this and I'm promoting the IMM pack. No, I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm just a really bad saleswoman. But if you want to support the CFA in the fire relief efforts in Australia, all proceeds of this IMM pack of over 100 meshes, some of which I am using here, are going directly to the CFA. So that's 100% of the proceeds. It's $20 for 100 of these meshes, and you can kit bash like I am with them as well. So if you want some of that, here you go. They are comprised of a bunch of meshes from myself and like a lot of other artists that decided to contribute and wants to kind of do something, even though, you know, I don't know. Anyways, just if you want it, it's there. I recommend buying it soon because it's only available until the end of January, because Pablo wants to send off all of the proceeds by the end of January, obviously, so that we can help. Anyways, I'm gonna be on break. I'll be back in just a few minutes. I just need to grab some water and things. Here we go. And yeah. Thanks, Renault. I appreciate it. Yes, buy it. Not even just if you want it. It's useful. And also you're donating $20. Like, it's good. It's great. It's great. It's awesome. What the heck? Bad at selling things. All right. BRB.
Can you see the stars align? A night like this can never rewind. Can you hear the wolf cry out to the light? A night like this will never shine so bright. Take a couple steps back as you hear me start to howl. Take a couple steps back when I lose all control. Watch me turn into a werewolf, and I will haunt you hear me start to howl, take a couple steps back. When I lose all control, watch me turn into a werewolf, and I will hunt till the break of dawn. Don't you dare to try to stop me. This is the horn of the black swan.
doggy! We back. We back. Right? Hello. There was a secret slice of pizza hiding in the fridge for me. It was wonderful. It was wonderful, wasn't it? Yeah, you didn't get any. You didn't get any. Oh man. You're way more hyper than I am. Can I have your energy? Can I have your energy, please? He's so hyper. God. Hey Jackal, how are you? Boop, boop, boop. Show your toe beans. Show your toe beans. See the toe beans. Little toe beans. Boop. Wow. Boop it. Boop it. Yeah, you reached. Good boy. And boop. And boop. Boop. Wow, so good. Have I ever sculpted Monty? I tried when I first got him and I completely failed at it, so I should probably try that again at some point. I don't know if I can do this cute justice, man. Look at how cute he is. He's so cute. How am I supposed to sculpt that? Actually, like, capture this cute. How? You're too cute. He is the goodest boy. I would never do him justice. Oh, so cute. Squishy boy. Boop. Yeah. I don't know if I have any other tricks that I can get him to do while he's sitting in my lap. High five? No, high five. High five. High five, can you do it? No, with your paw. High five. High five. High five. I know he's just like trying. High five. High five. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're so stuffy. Okay, here you go. Here you go. Here you go, fatty. I'm gonna go keep sculpting. Boop. Good boy. Okay. Sculpt Monty with the kit bashing kit. Helping me sell packs for Australia. Hell yeah! You know that I need help doing that because I am not a salesperson, but I'm trying. Alright, let me get rid of the BRB. I'm gonna give that in chat as well. So if you want to get the IMMs that I'm using currently to make a piece like this, you can check out ZBrushGuides.com. All of the proceeds of this IMM pack are going directly to the CFA, 100% of the proceeds. And it's a $20 pack for 100 different meshes. All of it's going to go to help the fire relief effort in Australia, so check that out. It's on ZBrushGuides.com. All of the IMMs are from artists, including myself, Pablo, Michael, Eamon, Hugo, Brendan, Steven, and Anna as well. A lot of them are ZBrush live sculptors, so check that out. Buy it. Donate to Australia. Oh yeah. I'm waking up. I'm waking up. Okay, so Let's see what's in our bag of tricks, huh? We gotta load up the IMMs again because I don't have them default. Heads, arms, legs, torsos, misc. There we go. Yeah, so by the end of January, it will no longer be able to be purchased, so you have 15 days left to buy it. The reason why, obviously, is because it's kind of a time-sensitive thing. Pablo wants to send off the money that was raised for the CFA by the end of January so that it can actually go to helping the cause instead of just leaving it open-ended, right? Because it is a problem right now, we want to try and help right now. Oh, so Sumerian, it is a IMM pack. So the guy that I'm creating right here is based on, or it's from a whole bunch of different meshes that I've kind of put together from the IMM pack of 100 different meshes that are going to be used to donate directly to the CFA, like all the proceeds from it, anybody who buys this IMM pack, which I'll keep linking it. Super annoying. But yeah, check that out. It is a charitable IMM pack for Australia. All right. What are some of these things? What is this? This is the misc stuff. Some horns. Could probably do some creepy stuff with that. Actually, right here. Hell yeah. Ooh, no, bad. There we go. Today I learned you can always make something more deadlier. Yes. Yes. You can. So if anybody has any questions about like the pack or what I'm doing, feel free to ask. I'm a little bit quiet today, so a lot of the stuff that I'm saying, I'm not really saying very much, so if you wanted to know anything, just let me know and then I will answer stuff, but otherwise I'm just gonna keep doing whatever it is I'm doing. No. He can pick his nose with his little, like, with his claws. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? No, yeah, of course he'd be able to pick his nose. He can pick his nose. I mean, to be fair, he doesn't have a nose, but... Okay, I'm hearing about that. Now he's got some nasties. Did I get the Pro 24? Oh, the Cintiq Pro 24? No, this is the 21 H 22 HD, 21 HD, 22. 22? Why are you mourning me? Cleaver, don't mourn me. I'm not dead yet, unfortunately. What's the best free way to render your models nicely with good lighting and all? The best free way. Cycles is pretty good. Cycles is pretty good. I mean, if I were you though, I wouldn't rely on a program to create good lighting for you. You have to understand the basics, like the fundamentals of lighting. So it's you know, just look up like, you know, the essentials. So 3-point lighting, how lighting affects features, the difference between cool and warm tones, and how to play those off of each other. Understand the temperature of bulbs essentially, and how to color correct your images as well. It's a good point, Solum. That's a good point. I just like the idea that they're kind of resting, just for the, like, the look of it. They're kind of resting on top of the other arms. But what we're gonna do is probably give him more weapons. I do want to go with like axes probably instead of swords. We're gonna see. Thought I had a chain brush. I'm pretty sure I have a chain brush. Not for sure. No? Oh, I know where I saved it. Silly me. I know where I saved it. I literally made a resources folder because of this, because I'm always looking for things. My goodness. I think that's one thing that I really gotta work on in the new year, is just kind of like figuring out organizing all my folders again. Next week is 100. I know. It's okay, Maple. Don't worry. We still have an hour left. You just got the 22. They sell at Best Buy. It looks like it has hotkeys. The one you get doesn't. Oh, interesting. Weird. I mean, Yeah, I don't know. That's strange that yours doesn't have any hotkeys. Maybe it's an older version? Or maybe the new ones don't? I'm not sure. I don't use the hotkeys. I just use my keyboard. It's like a cooler way of crossing your R's. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so this is kind of cool. I think I just got these from Bad King, like the Bad King website. Just gonna give him some chain action. And then we're gonna split that. So I'm doing a little bit of like a braiding with the chains, giving it a little bit more dimension. It's not gonna be just like a solid like insert and then that's it. Like with everything, when you're doing anything insert mesh related, you wanna edit it a little bit. And then we can bring one more down, give it a little bit more. Right through here, under. And that can go underneath. Like so. Go. And then you can take this guy, delete that. Now we have some chains. Why is ZBrush very powerful? Because it is the leading software in sculpting in this industry. That's why. It's because it uses a 2.5D instead of true 3D, and that allows you to work on so many polygons all at once without bogging your computer down. And that's what makes it really powerful, is it because it feels like you're working with clay. Whereas if you're sculpting in other softwares, because other softwares typically use Other softwares typically use you know, a 3D viewport in order to, like an actual 3D space, in order to do sculpting just like you would modeling. It's a little bit more intensive, a lot more intensive on your PC, and therefore you don't get the same kind of smoothness as ZBrush gives you. It's expensive, but they also have payment options, so if you only need it for a certain amount of time, then that's worth looking into, is like getting a payment, like, you know, a subscription. Oh. Hey, Vishar, how are you? Alright, so we're gonna do some dynameshing now, I think. Because we're definitely... First, going to remove this and make it its own subtool. Alright. Fine. Split that off. Cool. Save. And we're gonna data mesh. It's not a human. No, it's a Cintiq. Yeah, you can get it on my Gumroad. It's free. Here, I'll get it for you. I think I need to update it, but it's like, it's mostly the same as the one that I'm using right now. Here you go. Yeah, Pixelogic is great. Do I use mainly the basic tools? Yes. Yes. The only exception to that rule for me is, well, the /2 brush. I mean, it does come with Pixelogic. You can get it in the, which is, it's this one, the /2 brush. You can get that in the lightbox menu, and the other exception is the matte cut brush, which you can just find by Googling, and that one is free. But other than that, most of the time I am using the basic stuff. Do I want that more? Or this one? This one. There we go. Honestly, Pretzel Rocks has gotten so much better. How they found all these like decent songs. The service that I'm using right now is called Pretzel Rocks. Before, the electronic stuff that used to be on this was really brutal. But now it's just kind of like chill. I don't know. What is Boolean? You've always seen live Boolean and tried it. What does it do? So if you have questions about like what anything does in this software, well, first of all, Boolean, like live Boolean is an interactive Boolean feature, which essentially just takes an object and either cuts away from it or like it essentially like removes. I'll send you the ZBrush Live, or not ZBrush Live, sorry. Z Classroom is a site made by the Pixologic guys, and that will be able to answer like any of the questions that you have regarding like tools that are inside of this software that you don't really know what they do. You could always just like look it up there, and the tutorials are all just available from beginner to intermediate to advanced. It's all there for you. I feel like being a monster in general is a frustrating experience. So there's that. This one I was gonna dynamesh as well. Hold on, real quick, save. Save. Yeah, you'll really like it, I think. Alright. This has got way too high. Way too high. Alright, that's better. And so right in the center, because we want to kind of like bring these this sort of like aesthetic that is inside of these arms and stuff around elsewhere. So I'm going to actually grab this centerpiece. Just in case that didn't cut. We're good. Actually, we're gonna do this a different way. I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna do it like this. Gotta do it that way. There we go. Should be saving things as ZTL and ZPR instead of ZPR. So ZBrush project, you can save your saves, like your undo history, and it will save all of the tools up here as well. Saving a ZTL is saving one specific Z tool, so just this project with no undo history. So it depends on what you want to do. A Z tool will always be, like a ZTL will always be smaller than a ZPR, but if you want to save all of your undo history, and maybe you have multiple tools open inside of one project and you want to keep it that way, then a ZPR would be appropriate. Hi, Monty. Are you a licky boy? Technically this would go back. This one's coming up. There we go. Hello, Monty. Doggo knows stream is ending. We still have 40 minutes left, man. He doesn't know anything. He's just being restless. Yeah, it's in Lightbox. Oh. that's not gonna work. No. Just stop being lazy. I should just make an axe. Just make the axe. I don't feel like it. We only have, yeah, half an hour anyways. else working on? Yeah, it's been kind of a quiet stream today. What everybody else is up to. You just finished your Xenomorph? Sick. That thing was looking really cool. And that one's for your friend, right? She's printing, that's amazing. Yeah, you did a female face? That's pretty awesome. Good job. I hope you're finding the that site with the tutorials helpful. A Pitbull, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of like good pre-made stuff in ZBrush that you can always just jump off of. Or hear me out, right? You could spend $20 and support a good cause and help the wildfire relief efforts in Australia by buying this IMM pack that I'm using. You want to do that? Maybe you want to do that. Maybe you want to help the animals in Australia. Maybe. A sword for your D&D character? Oh my god, amazing. I always wanted, like, I always feel like I'm gonna sculpt my my D&D characters, and then it just kind of like, I just never do. I don't know why. Maybe it's like too much pressure that I put on myself. I don't know. It's pretty cool that you're sculpting your D&D characters, though. My next D&D character is gonna be Dragonborn. I've never played Dragonborn before. He's gonna be a barbarian, so that'll be cool. Barbarian Dragonborn. Yeah, his name, it's Henry Cavill, or Cavill, or whatever, but it's spelt stupid. And he goes by Cav. He goes by Cav. K-H-A-V. Hey Banshee, how are you? No, normally I'm playing like half elves and stuff like that. But yeah, I kind of want to try a Dragonborn because of the art. I guess the art. Dope music. I know, it's like, what the heck? It actually like turned out to be pretty decent. Like, these are all like royalty free stuff, but it's on Pretzel Rock, so I'm like, alright. Is it gonna be print? It's just for fun. Yeah, no, 100% just for fun. Just for fun. Where's the toes? Where did I put the toes? Toes? Hello? Toes? Where are you? Where are you guys? Oh. Okay. A water creature? I wouldn't say so, no. Well, it could be actually. It's kind of crustacean. I'm not really sure, honestly. It's just kind of a fighting creature of some kind. All right, let's get my chain brush, right? Uh-oh. Darn it! He could be with the back fin, yeah. Damn! How far back is this? Oh, no. There's no way. I saved kind of recently, right? Yeah, okay, good. Jeez. Oop, sorry, hold on. To put it to a new screen. There we go. Like, oh damn, this is pretty. Yeah. Well, yeah, you know. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, this is cool. It's fine. So, if you want to know what we do have, we have a secret weapon. You know what that secret weapon is? It's an IMM brush that I totally forgot that I gave to this. And it's the same thing. Well, it's not, but it's something that I could use. Hello? Oh my gosh, what the heck? Give me this. There we go. And it just looks like he's wearing pants. Yeah, yeet. Oh, saved it. See, this is why you should get the pack. This is exactly why you should get the pack. It can save you. Yeah, I am. So I'm like zoning out. Guess if it's gonna make sense, it has to be here. I'm not gonna give him another sword. You can delete that. From the deep abyss. I'm gonna save real quick. Now I'm gonna load. Let's see. See, I need to, okay, I gotta do the back. I have to do the back. If I don't do the back. What? What'd you break up for? much time do we have? 5 minutes! Okay. Hey, Stoic. No, he's already gone on his W. Yeah, the Wacom Cintiq 22. That is the tablet I'm using. Okay, let's see. Everything is in place there. And quickly, I was gonna do this. It's 3 in the morning for you? That's great. Yeah, I bought this at almost half off. It was ridiculous. Alright, I should probably stop now, since we're at time. I'm gonna split. So essentially, we ended up creating some kind of a dude, bro. Wait, let me see. Maybe I should, real quick, I'm gonna just try something. Hold on before I stop. No. Okay, but I want to stop, but like the side profile is really bothering me. Hold on, I gotta fix real quick. I gotta fix this really quick, and then I'll stop. I promise. I gotta fix it. Don't get on my butt. I gotta fix it. Hold on. Hold on. Let me fix it. Doesn't work. Okay, I'm not gonna fix it. I'm gonna leave it. It's fine. I am over time. Shut up. Okay. So this whatever. This oh man, this creature. Okay, let me set this up for the end of the stream thing or whatever. Here we go. Cool. Okay, so this was created using the IMM pack that Pablo has on his site. Here, and I'll give that in a sec. Oh. Well, I mean, yeah, we're gonna want to put that there. So if you want to follow my socials, I'll post that first, and then I'll grab the link. Here we go, all my socials. And if you're interested in helping out the CFA, this is the site. You have 14 days in order to help out the CFA. That's the Country Fire Authority in Australia. It's to help, the control the fires. It's to help fire relief in Australia. This pack is $20 and it comes with all of these. That's over 100 meshes for $20, and all of the proceeds are going to be going to the CFA, and that'll be sent off at the end of January. This guy right here that I made was using this pack, so if you're interested in it, I would definitely buy it now. I don't even care, actually, if you're interested or not, just buy it now and support. Here, I'm going to give you guys the link. Boom. If you want to help Australia, this is a perfect way to do it. But yeah, so check out ZBrush, guys. Pablo's amazing for putting this up. All of these IMMs are shared by these artists down here, and if you want to visit any of their profiles, you can go and click that as well. So definitely check that out and have fun with the pack. Yeah. All right, guys. I hope you have a great evening. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you next week for, are you ready? Next week is episode 100. Episode 100 on the Pixelogic channel. It's going to be a longer session, and I'm going to be starting 2 hours earlier than I normally do for all you 3 a.m. people. So it's gonna be it's gonna be earlier. I'll post on my socials when I'm gonna be live, but I'm essentially gonna be taking the first sculpt that I ever did on the Pixelogic channel and doing a new one of that, and it's a dragon. We're gonna do a dragon. And it's a longer sculpt, so it'll be fun. It'll be great. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Have a good evening. Buy the pack. Support the CFA, buy the IMM pack. Okay, bye.